As usual with my videos, I'm here to talk about something that's been on my mind. And in this case, it's about the fact that brands die. And they die long before they stop having their trademark recognized, or their copyright recognized, or their patents recognized. They die when the people who made them what they were die or abandon them. The Walt Disney Company died with Walt Disney. It did not continue past his death. Yes, there is a thing called the Walt Disney Company. It is not the company that made all the animated movies that you love. It's not the one that made Snow White or Cinderella or Bambi. It's just not. It's a different thing. It's different people in a different time with a different structure. And it is time to recognize that. Brands die. JVC, Victrola, RCA, those used to be the names in home stereo equipment. Now they're just a sticker that anybody can put on a cheap phonograph. Marvel died with Stan Lee. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all that died when Lucas sold off Lucasfilm. You can still, by the way, admire the original works, go back to the original works, those things which were produced by the actual creators, not the leeches who just continue to siphon off the legacy of once great properties and men. The Rings of Power is not Tolkien. Oh, they have the rights to Tolkien. But the works of J.R.R. Tolkien are those which he penned with his own hand. Even the Tolkien estate isn't Tolkien himself. The closest we had to that was his son Christopher, to whom we're all sort of eternally grateful for publishing more of his father's works. So the Tolkien estate died, I think, with Christopher Tolkien, who was one of the few legitimate heirs to a legacy. It's time to, yes, remember the past, keep the past, but understand that the things that are produced under the name of the brands and people that you love are not those brands, are not those people. Oh, they might have the legal right to call themselves that. They can call themselves that all day and night till the cows come home. But they will not and cannot ever actually be that. Go back, watch the original Snow White, watch the original Cinderella, watch the original Bambi and Pinocchio and all that. Go and read the Lord of the Rings novels. Buy the old stereo equipment, but don't think that just because something produced in the here and now has their name on it, that it has any real connection to them. That RCA branded stereo in Best Buy has nothing to do with RCA. It's a cheap piece of Chinese crap that they've licensed a logo for. That is it. The same goes for the Rings of Power. It's a cheap piece of commercially processed crap that they've licensed a name for. And that's all it is. Brands die when their creators are no longer involved with them. Whether that's be because the creators died or because the creators sold off the rights to the brand. Things pass away. It's a sad fact of life that everything you loved when you were young is gone. It will never come back. The world that you inhabit now was not made for you. It will never be made for you unless you make it anew. That's the task of civilization, is to make the world anew every generation while respecting the past. To rebuild what you had over and over and over again, no matter how many times it's ground down to dust. And these soulless corporations that take the legacy of the past you loved and pretend that it is continued are part of the problem. The things you loved died. The zombies that wear the skin suits of them don't care about them. If you care about them, you'll let their corpse stop walking, and you'll build something to replace them. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, if you indeed did. Goodbye.